Hello, my name is Linda Crowson and I'm from Desert Hot Springs, California. Grew up in Texas, was born in Dallas and lived my whole life in Pasadena, Texas. Went to school at SMU, and at that time, the early 70s, everyone wanted to come to California and the teaching jobs were wonderful. So I packed up my car and came by myself and moved to California for my first teaching job. Married, 3 children. My husband's occupation was a city manager, so we moved probably 5 times when the kids were in school. And he got a job here in Desert Hot Springs as the city manager, and of course we moved. Kids all enrolled in school here, and I immediately got a job here teaching at Desert Hot Springs Elementary. We moved to Desert Hot Springs in January of 1990, and of course my husband was the city manager in Desert Hot Springs, and I got a job teaching kindergarten at Desert Hot Springs Elementary there on West Drive. Later became Winslow Elementary. First arriving here and with 3 children, a rabbit and a dog. It was kind of desolate, and it's not the kind of thing you say, oh, change my mind, don't want to do it. We were, all of us I think, were a little apprehensive, but decided, hey, you know, it's an adventure. And then of course we had the earthquake in the early 90s, and that was kind of, okay, you're here for good. I taught at, actually they changed the name to Winslow Elementary, taught there for 25 years and retired, and we thought about moving some exotic place like the beach, and we found out we ended up staying here. We thought this is the perfect retirement place. We've got a good home, and so we just decided to retire here. My first memories of Desert Hot Springs is checking out the book Joseph Wambaugh's The Secrets of Harry Bright. And that novel was based on Desert Hot Springs. And yeah, it's I think the name of the town is Mineral Springs, but it's fascinating. And of course it's a Joseph Wambaugh book with The Secrets of Harry Bright. And I would encourage anyone to read that as a really good picture of what Desert Hot Springs looked like when we were with the, well, no, it was before the Sheriff's Department, when they had their own police department. Then of course we've gone to the Sheriff's Department, and now we have our own police department. So, The Secrets of Harry Bright. We had, actually, when I moved to California, I moved to Imperial Valley, to Brawley, California. That's where I met my husband. That's where all 3 of our kids were born. And we had been through several earthquakes in the Imperial Valley. So we weren't really afraid of earthquakes. They're just something that happened. And of course, being a school teacher, you've gone through all of the routine of, you know, drop and cover and everything. So we weren't really afraid, but like I say, it's part of the desert, and I do love the desert. Living in Desert Hot Springs since 1990. We've seen so many changes. When we moved here, there were no street lights. There was a couple of stop signs, and there was retail. There were small mom and pop stores. There were only 2 elementary schools, 1 middle school, no high school, and the library was terrible. It was like a hole in the wall, and I always think that when you move to a new city, first thing you do is you look at the library, because your library is a reflection of the community. And I was not really impressed with the schools. My kids ended up going to high school in Palm Springs, but and teaching with Palm Springs Unified, I saw the changes, the new schools that we got. But I think my most exciting thing with Desert Hot Springs is the new library, which is 3 years old now. And then, of course, a long time ago, I remember when they widened Palm Drive, and it was almost like we invited the rest of the valley to come visit us. So lots of things have changed in Desert Hot Springs over the years. I have a funny story about how I met my husband. We've been married 55 years, and I moved to Brawley as brand new school teacher, all by myself in my little car, and I parked in front of my school a little bit in the red, and my husband at that time was, you know, young policeman, and they always had to check out the young school teachers. So 7 o'clock in the morning, he stopped me in front of my school and told me I was parked in the red. Just a little bit, it wasn't that much. And we ended up getting married. And that's a true story. He's got jokes about it. He did write me a ticket, and his joke is he's been paying for the ticket ever since, but whatever. But yeah, we've had many fond memories. Well, like I say, this was our last move from our kind of nomad life. It was fun to see all the experiences with our kids. I've always been passionate about libraries, and when we lived in Brawley, I was part of the Friends of the Library. When we lived in Colorado, I was part of that library. So I've tried to stay active with libraries. So when we moved here, first thing I did was check out the county library. There were 9 cities in the Coachella Valley, part of the county system, and we were in bad shape. We looked terrible. There were so many things wrong with it, plus the fact that we were a growing community, a very young community, and I just felt like that the library didn't reflect the needs that we had with young people, with retirees, with everyone. So stayed active with Friends of the Library. At one time, we threatened to move to the Palm Springs library system, because they're not part of the county. I don't know if it bothered the county or not, but we did threaten. But we have stayed with the county. Gosh, I think Desert Hot Springs has been part of the county system since '72. And all of a sudden, 3 years ago, the county decides that they're going to build 3 new libraries. So they picked French Valley, which did not have one. They picked Lake Menifee, which needed a second library. And they picked Desert Hot Springs for a new library. And we still don't know why. And I don't. We have a large room that they gave to us for a bookstore, so we sell donations. And it's a very, very active library, and now I think it reflects a city with high school, 2 middle schools, 5 elementary schools. You know, I'm very proud of our library. A few things about Cabot's, which to me, Cabot's Museum is like our jewel. But when we first moved here, it was pretty much abandoned. One of the city councilmen had been a friend of Cabot Yerxa, and he pretty much had the property, but there was nothing happening with it. And he finally died. He gave the property to the city, and the city has done such a great job of turning that into a destination. It's an absolutely beautiful place to visit, to see the artifacts, and to hear the history. So I think that Desert Hot Springs is very, very proud of the Cabot Yerxa Museum. Winslow, and they were building Cabot Yerxa Elementary, which is now 10 years old. It's hard to believe, but I remember the school district came to our faculty meeting, and they were talking about the name of the new school, and they said Cabot Yerxa, and people laughed. Nobody knew what, you know, Cabot Yerxa, what a name. And I also remember that when they first opened that school, they handpicked the teachers. You didn't just go to Cabot Yerxa Elementary because you wanted to go over there. They handpicked the teachers, and it's a beautiful school. Of course, it's not new anymore, and they just recently got a new library because their books have been there 10 years. So they donated all of their books that had been in the elementary school for 10 years to the Friends of the Library. My husband's still here. He's retired, and so we're still in our house. Our oldest daughter lives in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and she has 2 girls. We see them about twice, sometimes 3 times a year. Our youngest daughter she's married. She lives in San Diego. She has 2 children, 6 and 9, and we see them more often just because they're closer. And then our son lives in Landers, California. So we see him quite often. He checks in on us more than we check in on him. And I've become a real fan of the high desert. I don't mind that drive up 62. That used to be a really scary drive, and now it's not that bad. And so we do a lot of shopping. I've got a dentist up there. There's some interesting restaurants. So I'm kind of a new fan of the high desert. As far as the issue of water, I think Desert Hot Springs and its residents can be the most proud of our water. We have a wonderful underground hot water system that the drinking water is fantastic. When we bought our house just off Mission Lakes Boulevard, we were on septic, and we've been on septic oh gosh, since probably maybe 5 or 6 years ago, when they finally came in and put sewer. They hooked each of the homes up to sewer, and I'm glad. You know, for years I had a septic system. You had to be so careful, and now that I'm on sewer, I just figure I can do I can put bleach down there that I didn't before. And as far as it being controversial, I wish that they had put sidewalks in, because now that they were redoing sewer, they didn't have to tear up any sidewalks if it were an older home. I know on the newer homes they were already had the sewer hookup. So they hooked us up to sewer, and it's on my tax bill, and I think it's worth it. Okay, the wind in Desert Hot Springs, as we call it, the breeze, we just live with it. And I will admit that we don't have any trash around because all the trash is blown. It is bad, but you live with it. And you learn that your hair never looks decent. And I have learned that there's certain ways you don't park your car because you don't want to get stuck in the wind. But I look down now at the rest of the valley with they have like a layer of dust or smog or whatever. We don't have that. So you live with the wind, and it's part of Desert Hot Springs. Well, as far as someone relocating permanently to Desert Hot Springs, there are not a lot of jobs here, and we still have that morning influx of people either leaving Desert Hot Springs, going to their jobs other place, and then in the evening coming home, leaving. So there's not a lot of jobs here. There's not a lot of retail here, but we have new opportunities. Amazon should open soon. I've always felt like education, schools, that's always a good job. And the homes are more affordable here in Desert Hot Springs, and I think as we get more and more new people in, get more people actively involved in the community, because it's a very tight-knit, it's very closely knit family type, and so I would encourage anyone to come to Desert Hot Springs, especially our new areas where the homes are affordable. Okay. When I retired from teaching, after I ended up with 42 years total in teaching, I decided that I needed to find something different. So what would be more different than the police department? So I volunteered as a Citizens on Patrol. They fingerprinted me, they checked my background. I mean, I thought, what are they going to find out about me? I'm just a little old lady. But so for the past, since 2010, I've been a volunteer with Citizens on Patrol, seen lots of changes. I've had 4 partners, they've all died of old age, and pretty much now I do special events. I file in the police department and in records, and just enjoy kind of the camaraderie of we're up to like 15 members now, and it's a very unique. We patrol the city, we do special events, and it's just a good way to be a part of the city. And again, it was just something so different from anything I had ever done, and so I do enjoy it.